Good morning, kids. How are you all today? Good? Good. So, our today's lesson is exploring the Windows operating system. We all know how to work on Windows, yes, and we are working on Windows very nicely and very well. Today, we are going to learn about how to explore the Windows operating system. Okay, so are we all ready? Okay, let's start. Our LO for today is to be able to explore the Windows operating system. What is an operating system? Have you ever heard about the word operating system? Okay, let's see. An operating system is called the manager of the computer. It's called the manager of the computer because it manages the computer. It is the set of programs which controls the working of the CPU and all the devices attached to it. Now, it is a set of programs. What that set of programs do, it controls the working of the CPU and all the devices attached to it. The operating system also lets us run various software like word processors, drawing softwares, music players, games on the computer. Now, the operating system. Do you know can you name any operating system? We will learn further, but the operating system, it allows us to run various software like Paint, software like Microsoft Word, music players, and games also on computer. Clear? Okay. Now, Windows and operating system. Windows, what we are using, Windows 10, Windows 7, whatever Windows is it, it is an operating system. It is called the manager of computer. It manages the computer. How? By controlling the working of the CPU and the peripheral devices attached to it. Windows is an operating system developed by the Microsoft Corporation. By who? By the Microsoft Corporation. Windows act as an interface between the user and the computer. Between us and the computer, it is acting as an interface. Windows 1.0 was the first version introduced in 1985. When was it introduced? In 1985, Windows 1.0. There have been many versions of Windows after that. After 1.0 introduced in 1985, after that many more versions came out, which lets us work better and faster. Latest version, what we are using nowadays, is Windows 10. Was released in July 2015. So latest version of Windows is right now is Windows 10, and it was released in July 2015. Now these are the different logos of Windows. Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 10. Okay, next. This is our Windows desktop. We all know that. These are icons. Not only that specific is icon, I have just given to let you know that these are icons. All this, whatever I can see over here, these are all icons. Okay. Windows has a graphical user interface, GUI. Full form of GUI is graphical user interface. This means, what do you mean by graphical user interface? Graphical user interface means that you can give commands by clicking on icons, buttons, and menus without having to memorize difficult commands. We don't have to memorize anything. We are just clicking anything, any icons, any buttons, any commands, any menus we want. We don't need to memorize these difficult commands. Yes or no? Yes. So that's why Windows has a graphical user interface. This makes Windows a user-friendly operating system. That's why we like Windows, because we don't need to memorize anything. We just click it. Yes or no? Yes. What is next? Files and folders. Do you know what is files and folders? Yes, we all know what is files and folders. Let us see now. What is files? Windows store your work in the form of files. Whenever we do any work, I always ask you to save your file. Yes, save your file. But when it is more than one file, what do? You save it in your folder. You create your own folder and you keep on saving your files in your folders. Yes or no? Yes. So Windows store your work in the form of files. A file is a collection of data. Means whatever you do or work on computer is a file, and that's a collection of data. A file has a primary name and a secondary name separated by a dot. Separated by a dot. The secondary name is called the file extension. For example, let us see an example. A presentation made in PowerPoint is saved as a file named, that is, my file name is shapes.pptx. Yes or no? This is PowerPoint. pptx is PowerPoint. If I have something drawn in Paint, I will write shape. It will be shapes.png. If I have something in Microsoft Word, it will be shapes.docx. Docx. Clear? So what is it saying? A file has a primary name and a secondary name separated by a dot. The secondary name is called the file extension. This is the file extension. Okay. Next, a letter written in Notepad could be saved as invitation.txt in Notepad. Some commonly used file extensions are, let us see what are the some used file extensions. Now here we can see variety of files extensions with their file name and the file icon. The first one is .png. This is the secondary name of file extension name of Microsoft Paint, and this is an icon of it. Then .docx, it is of Microsoft Word. This is an icon. .pptx, it's of Microsoft PowerPoint, and this is its icon. Next, .xlsx, Microsoft Excel, and this is its icon or logo. Then .lgo, Microsoft logo, this is its icon. .jpg, its of file name is image, icon. .wav, this is used for sound. Then .html, it's a web page and it's used on internet. Yes, so these are some file extensions with their file names and their file icons. Let's see next. Folders. Files organized in a computer by keeping them in containers are called folders. Now I have huge files of mine work. How am I going to organize it? I'm going to keep it in one place. For example, I will make my own folder on my desktop on my computer so that I can keep all my files saving into my one folder. Yes? Same way, files organized in a computer by organizing them in containers are called folders. A folder is a collection of files. A folder is a collection of files. We'll keep on saving our files in our folder. Keep on. Related in same manner. The files need not to be of the same time. It is not important that, okay, I can only save my Paint files in my folders. No, it can be anything. It can be Microsoft Excel, Paint, Word, logo, anything. Okay, so what is a folder? A folder is a collection of files. Okay, now this is an empty folder, but this is a folder with files. Yes, like you have your files, school files, that is your folder. When you keep putting your papers in your folder, we call that files. You are keeping up your things in your folder. Next, computer folder. Now what is this computer folder? We have this computer folder on our computer. Yes. The computer icon on your desktop shows the disk drives and hard drive connected to the computer. Double-click the computer icon to open the computer window. What are drives now? Drives of a computer are the secondary memory of the computer. You know that there are two memories of computers, primary and secondary. Primary means that the default we have already built-in hard drive and hard disk whenever we buy a computer. And secondary memory is CD drive, all those. The hard disk is usually partitioned and these are named as C, D, E and so on. If we have a printer, a DVD writer or a USB flash attached to the computer, then the icons for these devices will also be displayed in the computer window. If we plug in our USB, from where we can see it in the, it's already, we can see that also in the computer folder. Next, computer folder lets you know the space available on your hard disk and removable media. Now this is our window of computer folder. Now I can see over here local disk, new volume D, and what is these? These are the drives for hard disk and it has been partitioned to C, D, E and so on. What is this? These are the drives for DVD writer. If I plug in my USB, it will be coming over here. If I have a printer, it will come over here. It will not go here. It will come here because these are the devices with removable storage. With removable USB, you cannot just plug in and you can keep it. We will put it and we take it off. Yes, but these are the hard disk drives of the computers. Clear? Now, how to see the available space of our hard disk and removable media? I'm just giving an example of local disk. This blue colored is occupied memory and the white empty space is the available space, so that I can save into it many things still because it's still only less used. Okay, now to see the contents of any drive, double click its icon. A window showing the contents of the drive opens. Okay, if I need to see the contents of any drive, I have to double click. Clear? Okay, next. What is stored on hard disk? What we have stored on a hard disk? We are going to study now what we have stored on hard disk. The hard disk is the main and the largest data storage in a computer. It is the main and it's the largest data storage device in a computer. The operating system and most of other files are stored on the hard disk. The hard disk stores everything in the form of files and folders. So hard disk is the main and the largest data storage in a computer. The operating systems and other files are stored in hard disk. The hard disk stores everything in the form of files and folders. Next, this is our folder in the hard disk. You can see our folders over there. See, we have Windows, our operating system here, and other files. Windows Explorer. Another way of seeing the contents of your computer is to use the Windows Explorer program. Okay, one, we have seen everything through computer folder. Now the other way to see the contents on your computer is to use the Window Explorer program. Now how is it used? This lets you see the contents of each drive and folder in your computer. Copying a file or a folder. Now, if I have to copy a file or a folder, how am I going to copy a file and a folder? A file or a folder can be copied from one location to another using copy and paste options. We know that. We know that how to cut, we know how to copy, we know how to paste. Now, if I need to copy, not move. I need to copy my file or a folder from, let's say, from local hard disk to my USB. How am I going to do it? I'm going to do as right click the file or the folder you want to copy. A shortcut menu appears. Click on copy. Now go to the location you want your file or folder to be copied, like the desktop. Here I'm giving an example of the desktop. Right click the mouse button on the desktop and click on paste. A copy of the file folder is transferred to the new location. A copy, the original file is not moved. It's copy of the file or a folder is transferred to the new location. A copy. Please be careful. Copy means it is just copying a file or a folder onto our new location. It will not move the same file. No, it is making a copy of our file or folder. Okay. Now, this I have given an example over here. If I need to move this file from here, I'm going to right click and I'm going to click on copy from my documents. Then I'm going to come on desktop and I'm going to click on paste. Then you can see that my file is on desktop. Okay. Next, this is for copying and pasting. Next, moving a file or a folder. Now, if I need to move my original file, what am I going to do? A file or folder can be moved from one location to another using cut and paste. Right click the file folder you want to move. Same way, right click on it and click on cut. The file folder disappears. It is now temporarily stored in a location called clipboard. As I click on cut, the file what I need to move is disappeared from there and it is saved temporarily in a location called clipboard. Now go to the location you want the file or folder to be moved to, like the desktop. Right click the mouse button on the desktop and click paste. The file folder has been moved to the new location. Now in this case, the original file will be moved, not the copy, because I have cut it from there. And I have pasted onto the new location. So it will move my original file from one location to the other location. Clear? Now, let's see here. I want to move my file, this one. I will right click and I'll click on cut. Then I'll come on my desktop, right click and I'll click on paste. And I can see that my file is here. And it will no longer be seen over here now. This is how to move a file. Clear? Okay. Next, deleting a file or a folder. Now, after doing my work, I want to delete a file or a folder. How am I going to do it? A file or a folder can be deleted using delete option. Right click the file folder you want to delete. A shortcut menu appears. Same, click on delete. The delete file dialog box appears. Click on yes. A file folder will be deleted. A deleted file or folder is moved to the recycle bin. Recycle bin is like the dustbin of the computer. Yes? Now, after deleting it, now it's in the recycle bin. I want to restore my file or a folder again. How am I going to do it? Deleted files or folders can be restored to their original location from the recycle bin. To restore a deleted file from the recycle bin, follow these steps. Open the recycle bin by clicking it. We know where is the recycle bin, yes? Select the file or folder you want to restore and click on restore this item. What file you have deleted, just go and click on that and click on restore this item. Or, there are two ways. Or, right click the file folder and click restore on the shortcut menu. This selected file is moved back to its original location. What was the location, original location of the file? It will go and store back over there. Now, what is restore all items? Restores all files to their original places. restore all items means it restores all files to their original places. And what is empty the recycle bin? If I need to empty my recycle bin also permanently. This is what we call as empty the recycle bin. This is our recycle bin. This is my file, what I have deleted it. I want to restore it. I will right click on it and I'll click on restore. Now, empty recycle bin. When I'll click on this empty recycle bin, whatever files I have in the recycle bin, it will be deleted permanently from there. I cannot restore back. Okay. If I want to restore all my files back, I'll click on restore all items. Is this thing clear, class? Okay. Next, searching for a file. If we need to search for a file, how am I going to search for a file? What if you have forgotten the location of your file? How will you find the file? The search option helps you in locating a file. There are several ways to search. Type the file name in the search box at the top of any folder or in the search box on the start menu. How? To find a program or file using the search box on the start menu. When I click on start, okay, when I click on start and then type a word in the search box. When I click on start and I type a word I want to search, whatever I have typed, as I keep on typing, whatever items are matching according to my text, it will appear on my start menu. This is the search bar. I'm going to type over here whatever I want to search. Clear? Next, searching with wildcard characters. Searching with wildcard characters. You can use wildcard characters for a quicker search. How? Listen. Asterisk sign or a star sign. Asterisk sign, I can also call it a star sign, and question mark are two wildcard characters commonly used to search for information. Asterisk is used in the search word when you do not want to specify the number of characters, and question mark means any one character in its place. Asterisk is used, I'm going to say again, is used in the search word when you do not want to specify the number of characters. Okay, now let's see. This is a table of search. If I need to search word, if I write P, for example, my file name start with P asterisk dot asterisk. All files with names begin with P followed by any number of characters. Example, people.txt, P123. Any file that starts with P, it will show you that. Okay, when I type this. Now, when I type P asterisk dot docx, that means it's a word file. Files name begin with P and have a .docx extension. All the files starting with P and ending with docx extension, it will show you. Next, what will happen if I'll type question mark dot asterisk? Files whose names have only one character and any extension. Example, f.docx or m.pptx means any one character file name and with any extension. Then pa question mark dot docx, files with names begins only with pa followed by one character and have a .docx extension. Example, pa1 pax dot docx. Now, it means the files, any files begin with pa followed by any one character, because there is a question mark, followed by any character .docx. It will show you that. Clear? Okay. Next, Please class, open your books to page number 28. Let us do our exercise now. Please write down today's date. Today's date is 14th May 2020 and our day is Thursday. Our LO for today is to be able to explore the Windows operating system. Please write down quickly. Next, let's start. Page 28, exercise number A. Number 1. The full form of GUI is Graphical User Interface. Done? Number 2. Dash is a user-friendly operating system. Windows. Sentence number 3. Dash are small pictures which represents programs. Icons. Dash, dash and dash are different versions of Windows. Windows 1.0, Windows XP and Windows 10. Done? Next, the dash folder and dash program lets you view the contents of your computer. The computer folder and Windows Explorer program. Next, the dash is the main storage device in a computer, hard disk. Next, number 7, to search for a file, use the dash option, search option. Number 8, in Windows Explorer, the dash pane can be used to view dash and dash. Navigation pane can be used to view files and folders. Done? Next, 9. Asterisk and question mark are the wildcard characters used in search. Number 10. The cut option temporarily stores a file in a location called clipboard. Next, page 29, exercise B. Write T for true and F for false. The hard disk cannot be partitioned. False. It can be partitioned. The start menu has a search box. True. Windows Explorer is located inside the Documents folder? No. The contents of a folder can be seen by expanding it? Yes. When we cut and paste a file, it simply creates a copy of the original file. When we cut and paste, it creates a copy? False. It moves our original file. Number 6. Windows 1.0 was the first version of Windows. True. Exercise D. Write the file extension and file type of the following file icons. Number 1. What is that file icon? And what is the extension of it? .docx and file type is Microsoft Word. Next, .pptx and Microsoft PowerPoint. .png and it's Paint. .xlsx and it's Excel. Then .lgo and it's Microsoft logo. Next, .html and it's web page. Now, we finish our lesson here. If you have any question, please ask me. Okay?